All right, quick live today, but gonna just share some of the steps of setting up a custom GoHighLevel community. A lot of people ask about this, specifically the domain connection. I was about to do it, so figured, you know what, do it in a live here. So I've already got my community set up here that I'm building out. Now, building out a community is extremely easy. You just come into your memberships tab, go into your communities, go into groups, click create group, fill out the information, the branding. It gives you all the aspect ratios. Very, very simple. Once the group is done, you'll actually have your group here. But what we're going to do specifically here is build out the custom domain first. So there's actually a domain other than just all of this randomness that we will have. And then additionally, we're going to customize the client portal and do some other fun stuff. So to set the custom domain, first make sure you're logged into your DNS provider. For me here, that's GoDaddy. And you're going to come in here to the client portal and go to settings. Or actually, rather, you're going to go to communities and go to settings. And right here, you'll see custom domain for your client portal. Just put in whatever subdomain or domain you want to use. Typically, it's going to be a subdomain. So I usually do like portal, and then my domain is cellcath.com. This is for my custom software that I have been building here. We're actually going to be launching probably in the next week or so. Just wrapped up the landing page and all this. It's looking real good. But that's a video for another time. So go ahead and put in what you want to add here. So I'm going to be doing this subdomain, and you can go ahead and just click through and try to have GoHighLevel do this for you. Sometimes you do have to actually do the manual records, but let's see if I can get GoHighLevel to just set this up for me. So it's going to open up Domain Connect. You're going to allow Lead Connector to connect here, and it says that it worked. So let's see if it authorized. If it doesn't work, you can go ahead and just do the record manually. For this, it's just a CNAME record. It's super easy. You would just come into your DNS management, click add new record, click CNAME, and then it's going to give you, so in this case this would be the portal, and then it's going to give you the value to put in. But let's see if it actually worked here. It might take a couple minutes to authorize. Alright, so it looks like it worked. Awesome. So if I come back here to my groups and I log in here, alright, so it's probably gonna take a minute. You can see it did pop up here. In the URL, it did go to portal.cellcath.com. It's gonna take a minute though, because we literally just changed the DNS. So it's gonna take a minute for it to propagate. While it propagates, let's head back to client portal and go to settings. And if we come in here to branding, we can actually customize our login portal, so it's not just a standard blue. So portal name, I'm just going to do the operator community. Alright, that's too long, so we'll just do access your community. Again, too long. Alright, we're just going to go with login. Doesn't really matter. Portal description is optional. So here we're going to grab our brand colors. So I'm going to minimize here real quick. I'm going to open up my brand guide. Let me see, can I throw this into... Yeah, awesome, cool. So I'm going to open up my brand guide here, which I had GPT Image 2.0 create all this, by the way. The whole point with this project is that I'm using AI tools to build everything. So the logo, the branding, everything was built out by GPT 2.0, and it came out really good. So what I'm going to do here, exit out of all of this. For our primary brand color, we're going to go with the blue, which is OD2B60. Was that a 0 or an O? That's an O. 0. Looks like a 0. All right, so 0D2B6, 0D2B6. 0. Man, all right. I'm massively failing this. I'm just gonna pull it up in my other browser so I can just not have to remember it. 0 D2 B6 D, enter. 07. So these are just the color codes for the branding. So our client portal is actually customized. Go ahead and grab our favicon. I have right up here on my other screen. So you can see it's going to tell you like the image sizes here, which makes it really easy. So go ahead and grab our favicon. Portal image, I never do because it actually puts like an image behind the login portal. Personally, I'm not a fan of that. Logo needs to be a one-to-one. I have the one-to-one right here. Support email address. This is going to be support@selfcat.com. Copyright 2026. Alright, digital marketing. Save settings. So now we'll have a nice customized login portal here instead of the default. And let's check and see if our DNS is propagated yet. Cool, okay, so here it is. So it could look better, right? Well, I'll probably clean it up later on down the road. Honestly, most people won't even really see this, so this is good enough here for now. Something custom at least, but point being it all worked out. So we'll go ahead and go back here, and we have our community now working with its custom domain. One other thing, I wonder what's going on here. All right, there it is. Just took a second to load. One other thing you're always going to want to set up as well is your custom email domain. So I'm just going to swap screens here real quick just so I don't show anything I don't want to show. But if I come into my GoHighLevel settings and I go into email services, you can see I have this custom, just like I just set up the custom domain for my portal, I have the custom domain for my email sending, so mail.selfcat.com. This is important because if you don't do this, right here, mail.selfcat.com. If you don't do this, you're going to be sharing a generic lead connector domain from GoHighLevel with all these other users who are not going to be following good email practices, and your email is pretty much guaranteed will go to spam. So come in here to your email services, and again, this is under your settings in your main portal. Look for email services. Click this dedicated domain and IP. And when you do this, you can see mine's already set up and verified. I'm going to go through the warm-up process. But you can put in a subdomain just like we did for the portal. And it's just going to give you the DNS records to put into GoDaddy or wherever, or you can typically just click a button, authorize GoHighLevel, and it'll put it in for you. But now you'll have your own dedicated sending domain. So you're in charge of your own email reputation. And if you follow the warm-up guidelines and good email sending practices, your emails will actually go to spam, or will avoid spam and go to the inbox. Super important, especially when we're going to be doing things like automating all of our members to sign up for our software to get a welcome email to our community. We obviously want to make sure those actually land in the inbox, and this is absolutely critical. So let me hop back into our community. Swap screens here for a second. All right. So what I'm going to do here is actually generate, or just go ahead and customize some of these settings. And you know what? I shouldn't have gotten rid of the brand guide because I'm going to need that again. So let me grab that. Throw it up in my other browser. Perfect. All right. So when you come into your community, it's going to look like this. And first thing you're going to want to do is add your own profile picture, which you'll be prompted to do. Come into settings, and you can come in here to details. Make it private if you want it to be private. Now this is not necessarily getting full access to everything, but it's being able to see certain things. So I would go ahead and make it private. Only members can see the group posts and other members of the group. So if it's public, it's not necessarily that anybody can automatically be a member, but they can see all of the stuff in the community. So all of this stuff you can leave on, and make sure you save after you make any changes. This is also where you can change your name, your description I'm looking for here is the branding. So you can come in here anytime and update any of your images. We need to add a cover image. So what I'm actually going to do is, let's try out GPT 2.0 for this with its image gen tool. And come in here, click create image. I'm going to give it the brand guidelines and the logo. And our sizing has to be 16:9 aspect ratio. So let's see how GPT does here. Create an image with a 16:9 aspect ratio that will be a cover image for my community, the operator community. This will be a community that will be in tandem with my high-level SaaS product. Use the attached logo and follow the brand guidelines strictly. Alright, so while that's working, we're going to come back here into our settings and go to themes. Now, what I do like about here, high-level community, is you have a light mode and a dark mode. But it's very important to understand that you have to change and customize each of these individually. So we're going to go into light mode, do custom theme, and I'm going to grab my color codes for my primary color. So my primary blue is the 0D2 B6D. Go ahead and press enter. And then we're going to use our yellow here, which will be the FFC107. Save that. Alright, now we're going to go ahead again and do the dark mode. And I'm actually going to swap them for dark mode. So FFC 107. And the 0D2B. Personally, I'm a big dark mode fan. But now we can see both of these are now on brand. I should probably swap that because it kind of gets washed out. But we should be good. Let's see. Yeah, it should be good for now. We can always come in and edit it if it doesn't look right. So let's see how. All right, this looks pretty clean. Connect, learn, elevate the community for operators. Building impact through innovation. Action, innovation, precision, partnership. Those little icons don't really apply, but this looks great. Let's remove the icons on the bottom left. Remove the text that says together we operate excellence. And let me get, I'm going to drag this out. And instead of doing all this myself, I'm going to throw it into Claude. So let me open up. I'll share this here in a second. Browser 2. Let me go ahead and throw this into Claude. This is a long chat, so it's taking a minute to load here. Oh, it's... Alright, you know what? We'll ask it here. Hit my limit on that one. GPT image is creating a cover photo for my operator community. Help me give it better direction for the actual verbiage. The overall design is great, but the verbiage needs to be on brand with what we're building here. So since this chat knows all of the context about everything we're building, what we've been planning, and everything in between, I'm going to go ahead and just let it give me the best direction here for GPT. Normally I wouldn't use code for this, but I hit my limit on the other chat there. Just give me the best possible option, please. All right. So now we'll pop this back into GPT. Like this thing. So if you're unfamiliar with GHL communities, they're really great. You have your typical just chat forum here. You can add in any of your courses directly here for learning. You can make courses available to everybody. You can make courses available to certain people at certain levels that you can do by channels. You can add courses that are additional prices, so like one-off upsell purchases or whatnot. You can have events here and just create events. Again, these can also be available for everybody. They can be available for certain members. They can be paid. They can be free. You can have the Zoom link and everything in between. They can be recurring or one-off. Your members lists, your leaderboards. You can set up custom gamification. So very good system. Let's see what we have here. Built by operators for operators, the private community where serious operators share what acts actually working, protection, innovation, precision, and partnership. Real talk, real results, no fluff. Cool, that'll be fine for now. So we're gonna hop back in here. We're branding our cover image. Save. Awesome. And now we have our operator community cover image. Very good. All right, so quick live today. I'm going to go grab some lunch, but since I was doing this, I figured I would just film the process as I get a lot of questions about this, especially the domain side of things. So we're going to be launching the operator community here in tandem with my custom software. Hopefully by this time next week, it'll all be live.